Hello, this is Amber from Amby Marine Knits. Welcome to episode 33, I think. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Amby Marine Knits. Today is December 30th, so last episode of the year. And I am going to start with saying thank you to everybody who watched my Vlogmas. I really do appreciate that. It was fun. Glad it's going to be a while before I'm doing it again, but it was a lot of fun to share everything I was doing. We're going to start out with finished objects, some whips, and then maybe some future cast-ons. I don't know what I'm doing in the new year yet, but let's start with the finished objects. First up, of course, you guys have seen this. I finished my whatever sweater. This is a pattern by Julie Knits in Paris. It is a $2, I think, pattern. It is more of a guideline than a pattern. Is it easy? Yes. Greatly recommend having done a raglan sweater first because that'll make your life so much easier. But you just marl. So I did this with my Woolly Mama Advent. This was an extra skein that I had. I did a rolled over collar and I think I like it. I do wish I put short rows in it. I'm still learning on my garments. Got all this in here. And this one, next up, other Advent-y thing. I have a pile of stuff over here. And I'm trying to be very careful about where I'm sitting because guess what? If I move, blind. Because that window's out there and it's really sunny right now. But next finished object, Freckled Whimsy Advent socks. Gray is by me. I did these toe up. Afterthought heel. I wasn't going to do an afterthought heel, but I went too many and it was just easier to do all the stripes. So very excited I got these done. Next finished object I just finished last night. This is the Fingering Brioche Bandana Cowl. I'll put it on screen. This is a sample knit for Andy the Knitress. The yarn is self-title, is the outside. That is of course dyed by Herring Color Dye Works. And then I'm going to flip it inside out because it still looks good. That's what I love about Brioche, is it's pretty much reversible. The other color is by Always Be Kind Yarn. It's a Nebula colorway. And unfortunately I can't ever remember, but it's still awesome. These two, they go so well together. Like, they're just such a colorful thing because this color, it has some color and it's just not solid black. There's blips of other colors. But very excited to get this sample done. Next up with the same yarn, I'm going to make a Harlow hat. So that'll be fun as well. That's all the finished objects. Jump onto some whips. So I am trying to get some stuff done by the end of the year. One of the things was this, succeeded. The next thing I'm trying to get done is my Emotional Support Chicken for the Emotional Support Chicken Along, hosted by Andy the Knitress. Just a fun make-along. I'm this far. So if we fold this in half, it's actually the top. There we go. It is starting to look like a chicken. I am getting ready to start the head and the beak, and then I have to make a gusset for here. And this thing's going to be done by tomorrow, by the end of tomorrow. I do have my, I'm using 3 strands of fingering weight because it's a horseshoe weight pattern on size 7 needles. And I'm using my Cool Skull yarn bowl from the Naughty Knitress because I thought that was fitting. So I'm planning on getting that done. That's really probably the only whip I'm going to get done this weekend. Another one that I have that I've been working on, not really in a hurry. I got a Musselburgh hat, yarn by me, and I am probably just over halfway done with it. I'm getting there. So I'll be taking this with me. I'm going to my family Christmas. Got postponed until today, so we're going to be doing it this afternoon. I'm going to take this to work on. That's all the knitting that I'm going to share. I do have a crochet project, which is freaking cool. So, I don't know if you guys have seen yet, Red Heart has a new yarn out. Oh, the glare. It is really sunny out right now. There we go. Red Heart all-in-one granny sweater. So, friend Anna's Tangled Rainbow Crochet. She got some. It took her forever. It kept saying it was online. She'd order it at Joann. The order would get canceled. 3 times it got canceled before it finally went through. I'm assuming it was because they couldn't sell it in stores yet. Like only the Yarnspiration website had it at first. I think. That's my theory. But I got some of this, and so what this does. Actually, I'm going to talk about this first. So it makes a granny square without changing color. Like each repeat is just enough for a 6-inch granny square. Obviously, you have to get gauge. That's a little bit tricky. Each skein is supposed to make 14 granny squares. Got 11 done so far. So this is what they're looking like. The pattern on the back is not how I would make a granny square. It has you do chain 1s here and 3s in the corner. I don't do that. I do 2s in the corner. I don't do a chain in between those. You got to play with it. It calls for a 5.5 millimeter. I used a 5 millimeter. I used a 5 millimeter, but I have to crochet really loosely for not so much the first round, but these 3 I have to crochet loosely, and then this last one I have to crochet really tightly if I want to have any hope of having a tail left. You have to play with it. With that being said, I've only done a regular granny square. Andrea, the cat lady, Craft All Things, she has got some of this yarn, and she's been playing with making different types of squares. She made a mitered square granny, which I've never done before, and now I need to look up how to do. And that one looked really cool. It didn't work as good as she made the African violet. Like, it's not a square, I think it's a hexagon. It was amazing. Like, it looks so cool. So I'm gonna have to be looking that up. But definitely recommend the yarn. Just know it's gonna take you a couple before you get it down. I'm at 11, not a problem now. And sometimes you have to pull back, but so if I get to here and realize I don't have enough yarn left, okay, so I have to pull out to here and redo it tighter. Or I have too much yarn left. Oh, I have to rip out. It's not too bad. Like, it doesn't take that long because it's only a 6-round granny. So definitely recommend this. It's Red Heart. It's soft for Red Heart. It's not soft, of course, but definitely fun. Okay, so enough of that. Next up, stats. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna talk yarn stats real quick. What I ended 2022 with, and what I'm ending this year with. The numbers are not as close as I would like them to be, but that's okay. So, last year, we started 2023 with, let's see. Okay, so let me preface this with what I'm counting, and I'm going to have to change it up from what I have on here a little bit, but from last year. I am only counting twisted hanks. So, I am only counting these. If they've been put in a ball, they don't count. If they put in a cake, they don't count. If they come in a different form other than this, I did not count them. So, of course, you know I have more yarn than what I'm saying. But just wanted to preface this. So, last year, with that type of yarn, I had a total of, hold on, I have to subtract these out now. Did not plan ahead for this as well as I would have liked, but it's still worth it, right? Let's see. Last year I counted my mohair and my fleece. I'm not doing that this year. So, I had a total 236 skeins of yarn. Out of that 236, 88 were skeins that I had dyed. That's a lot of yarn. But this year, I counted mine because I seriously doubt I'm getting yarn for Christmas, so I don't expect to get any yarn today or tomorrow. So I had a total of 249. Okay, that's like 10 less. That's not bad. So I had a total of 249. Rather, only 10 more. But here's the thing. Out of that 249, 163 stuff I bought or been gifted. Also been gifted yarn. 72 skeins are yarn that I dyed. So that decreased. I wouldn't say necessarily because I used it all, but I may have gifted or traded but still, it works. It's a reduction. And then I've got 14 bear skeins that I will eventually dye. So 249 is the total there. So that is 13 more. Okay, that's not bad. That is not near as bad as I was thinking it was going to be. But I also counted my minis. I only counted full minis that are twisted. I came up with a total of 231 minis, comprised of 196 20-gram minis, 27 10-gram minis, 8 50-gram minis. So when you add up the yardage, 249 skeins, that's 24,900, not yards, grams is what I was going with. 24,900 grams of yarn. On the minis, if you total all of those up, I did not give a total of all of them together, but you get almost 30,000 grams of yarn. That's 158 ounces. It's about 66 pounds of yarn. I think I have enough yarn. Doesn't mean I won't get more the next year. I refuse to tell myself I cannot buy yarn because everybody's been on a diet of some way, shape, or form for something. We all know if you say you can't, you want it more. I am going to be more selective when I buy yarn. Like, I'm not buying it just because it's pretty and on sale and I want to support the dyer. The main reasons I buy yarn. If I buy it, it is going to be because I need it to make XYZ. We'll see how this goes, but I'm going to definitely do my best on that. Next week, I'm going to do a roundup of everything I've made, like how many garments, how many socks, that kind of thing. I do want to wait till next week for that because I don't know what I'm going to finish in the next 36 hours. Hopefully a lot. We'll see. That's all that. Definitely saying a lot. It's like I haven't recorded in almost a week. So weird. Next up, future cast-ons. I like to start January 1st with the cast-on. I can't seem to get past I want to finish things as opposed to start things. I want to start something new. I want to make something new. I don't know exactly what that thing is going to be because I have lots of things I want to make. I have the yarn for lots of things. So I've decided to not stress about that and just go ahead and concentrate on my goal of finishing the things that I have, namely the chicken and then the log cabin spectrum blanket. Those are the two things I want to get done as soon as possible. And then once those are done, I'm going to reassess and see what's the next thing to work on. Definitely have some garments that I want to make in this new year. A couple shawls. I need to cast on some socks. We'll see. But that's all I've got for this episode. Again, I do want to thank everybody for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Actually, comments. Can y'all tell me what you're going to start in the new year? Whether craft-wise, anything. Whatever your New Year's plans are. Are you going to try something new? Are you just going to make something you've always made? Whatever. I'd like to hear from y'all. And with that being said, Happy New Year. See y'all next time.